A British man who accidentally stopped a cyber attack earlier this week has been completely doxxed by tabloid journalists, to the surprise of almost no one. Now, I hadn't heard about this story until now, the one about the cyber attack, so I'm kind of new to the idea. I read through the story. However, a lot of it is still a bit lost on me, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the tweets he sent out. This is what has been catching a lot of attention. A lot of people are encouraging that he talk to their equivalent of the Better Business Bureau. I forget their name, but let's just go ahead and check out their Twitter. MalwareTech tweeted out, "I knew 5 minutes of fame would be horrible, but honestly, I misjudged just how horrible. British tabloids are super invasive. Journalists doxed a friend, then rang them offering money for my girlfriend's name and phone number. One turned up at another friend's house. Tabloids here don't care about the story, they care about every detail of the person behind the story, and they will go to extreme lengths to find out. One of the largest UK newspapers published a picture of my house, full address, and directions to get there. Now I have to move. This is why I tried to remain anonymous and prefer to stick to Twitter. Y'all friendly and don't stalk much." So there are two possibilities out of this. The first one is the more obvious one, that these tabloid journalists are so desperate for the next scoop that they are pulling in any and every bit of information they can find in order to publish it in their article. Now, the other possibility encourages you to kind of put on your tinfoil fedora and think about it for a second. So, someone thwarted an attack, a cyber attack, and then the next day, all of the journalists deliberately leak out as public information. To me, it's a little bit fishy. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with scenario 2 or theory number 2, but I think it's an interesting thing to consider, that possibly the people who were behind this cyber attack that was thwarted accidentally were a little bit angry and needed to get their payback. And I think it's more likely that the first scenario, the first theory, is the truth or closer to the truth. But I wonder sometimes when you hear shit like this, it gets my peanut jogging around in my head. That's all the information I could find on this particular topic, although if I come across any developments in the case or any updates, I will let you guys know. But I couldn't help but share this with you before work because what a treat. Journalist, you guys are the best. But anyway, I have this clip that I found the other day. It's pretty much unrelated, but I thought it was amusing. And as you guys know, I've been kind of adding in random clips to my videos at the end now. So I don't know, until I run out of good shit, I'm gonna keep doing it.
This dude is suing this woman for texting during their first date. No joke.
She was behaving as though this behavior was perfectly normal. So much so that I actually thought to myself, who does this? About 15 minutes into the movie, the phone comes out, it's text, 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 read, 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 text, text, text. I mean, it was nonstop.
My best friend texted me to make sure I was okay on my date. It was about a total of 3 texts.
Do you think your texting was obnoxious?
No, not at all.
But Brandon says he really got fed up.
I said, maybe you can take it outside. Like, I've seen people get kicked out of movies for things like this. Next thing I know, she says, "I'll be right back," stands up, leans in, "I'll be right back."
Here's some advice for all you single guys out there. When you're on a first date with a lady, don't make judgments. I can't help but wonder if she wasn't texting about how bad their date was going while they were in the movie. I'm a phone addict. I will always be on my phone if possible. I just can't get enough. And look, if I was on a date with a lady and she made a big stink about me texting during the movie, yeah, it's probably a little bit rude, but I don't really give a shit. I'm using my phone whenever I fucking please. But anyway, this fucking dude I couldn't help but not put this in a video somewhere. Like, what a fucking dipshit.